I've grew up in a Christian home and very strong Bible-believing, faith-based family. But I strayed quite a ways away. And probably about 19 years of age, doing my own thing, whatever I wanted to do. I went through a very difficult experience that I really couldn't put my finger on exactly what happened. I went to the doctor, went to the different doctors. They couldn't figure out anything wrong with me. And actually, it got worse. It got to where and I can only describe it as a spirit force came over me of anxiety, dread, darkness. So when these attacks first started, it literally, I can best describe it like a spirit came over me. I could literally feel the anxiety come upon me. My eyesight would change slightly. My pulse would quicken. Any smell or even visual appearance of food, I would become just nauseated. It wasn't like a flu. It was more like my gut was just wrenching. When I went to the doctor, in fact, one of the things they did was check me for ulcers and all of that. I had nothing, but I had something, and it was very real. And the thing I learned when I talked to people that I knew I could trust, that were good Christians and that prayed with me, is that those folks never challenged whether what I was experiencing was real. The important thing is they knew what I was going through was something I was dealing with, and they were there for me and they prayed with me. But they also led me to search for my own answers, dig into God's Word. I knew the Bible, I knew of the Bible, I'd read it before, but not to that extent. And so I began to look myself for answers. And the Psalms were just chock full of so many places where David found himself cut off. He thought the end of his life was near. He thought it was all over. And time and again, David, in that moment, found a refuge in God. And this is what I did. I found a refuge in God. There wasn't a single day I could say, oh, it's over, it's gone. It just took time. And I'm really grateful now looking back that I had that opportunity, because it drove me to the Word. I fell in love with God's Word. It was real to me, as real as medicine that you can get from the doctor, as real as food you can smell on your table. God's Word became real to me. And to this day, I can't say that I never have fear. Of course I have fear. I'm a lawyer, I go into court. There's times my pulse rate quickens, but I've never found myself ever again in that situation. And I've learned to trust in Him, to rely on Him, that He always has my back. Even when I stray or I'm not paying as much attention to Him as I should be, He never lets me down. And over time I realized, and I think it's true for most people, that nearly all of the things I dreaded or feared or had anxiety about never came true. But that doesn't matter. Satan uses those thoughts in your own life to bring this dread and anxiety upon you. And I had to start to finally realize that my life, my days, my time, my future, everything I hoped and dreamed of doing were all in His hands. And He loved me far more than Satan had power to hurt me or to destroy me.